say it's nice to see you again, Spider-Man, but it's not.
Welcome back to Sharky's Fake Bricks, the channel that buys, builds, and reviews exclusively fake Lego. Today we're reviewing 4 super cool and super jacked Spider-Man villain big figs. In total, I only paid $10 for all of these guys from AliExpress, but are they worth the buy? Let's find out. All right, first villain big fig up. Let's start with Kingpin. Oh my goodness, this big fig is awesome. So first of all, this is an actual Kingpin suit or uniform, I guess, with like the white coat and the sweet red Hawaiian shirt. According to a quick Google search, he appeared like this in the Amazing Spider-Man Family Business comic book. Of course, this one looks a lot more jacked than that one. But he was also seen in the Hawkeye show with the same outfit, and I think that was a nod to the comic book. But if you know more about that, please let me know. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It looks fantastic. The printing is just fantastic on all of these figures. But like this suit just looks great. Even has like, you'll see some arm printing there. His biceps are bulging out of the shirt, but it looks great. I love that extra detail. Speaking of things I love, this bald head. And it sounds kind of weird, but I really, really like this bald head that he has. If you've seen some of the other big fig videos, sometimes these big fig heads will have like a stud on top, really so you can connect things to it. But I absolutely love the fact that they did not give him that. He, of course, looks a lot more accurate. And yeah, it's just a really great finish with a great face printing too. Unfortunately, there is no back printing, but you'll see even like his lat muscles are molded in here. It's probably the only thing I would improve on this figure. Speaking of the mold, you may have also noticed that this is not the exact same mold as the Hulk big fig like we've seen in the past. With like the pants on the legs, you can see the ripped pants. But no, this is like a separate mold. There's no abs molded in here. Oh, but I can kind of feel them under the shirt. Wow. Yeah, just a fantastic mold. And then the last piece here, his little accessory. I don't think it's the same cane. Is this a cane? I don't think it's the same like stick thing that was shown in the comic book. It looks slightly different, but maybe that's what they were going for here. And I really like the added effect that it kind of gives him. He looks like a mob boss for sure. However, maybe next time they should think about making it a little longer because if it is a cane, it definitely does not work. Second Spidey villain, we have the Rhino. It sounds kind of silly, but the Rhino has always been one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. And this figure does him justice really well, I think. This is, of course, the Rhino from the comic books, not the Amazing Spider-Man movie. Yeah, in the comics, most of the time he has like the full gray, the dark gray body like this. And I think they nailed the color and the mold too. He just looks great. So let's start up here at the head. See his head's poking out of this Rhino helmet. But it's really interesting. He's got 2 horns here, which look awesome. I don't know if this second horn pointing back is accurate necessarily. I think it's probably supposed to be pointed forward, right behind this bigger one. Is that right? From some pictures I found, I think that is right. But nevertheless, I mean, the horns look great. And these are actually removable pieces. Might be kind of difficult to get them off. There we go. Yeah, so if you want to take it off for some reason or like point it down, oh, I guess you can't even point it down. Yeah, nevertheless, it fits in really well the way it was designed. So this head, I actually realized, I didn't know this when I bought it. Not that it would change anything, but it is actually a 2-part head. And you can kind of see here. Yeah, which is really interesting. So here it is. At first, I don't know, I was kind of thinking maybe this would just be like a helmet. The rhino horn and everything would just be a helmet that you put on that angry face there. But it's actually just one piece. And you'll see there's like a little pin and a hole here. Should attach it in there. It's very solid. I haven't had any problems with it, but just something interesting I thought I'd mention. Moving down to the arms. These are awesome. I'm not sure if this is going to show up great on camera, but he has like some really great detail here. And you can kind of see it from this angle a little bit. I mean, you'll see like the forearms. Must be a rock climber or a arm wrestler or something, because his forearms are jacked. My goodness. And then his shoulders are really great too. I love this little extra detail that they added to the arms, because unfortunately the torso, I believe this is just the Hulk mold. You can kind of see it here. The ripped pants he's got there, and like the classic six-pack and pecs here. It's not terrible, but yeah, the arms are really great. And while I do think this is the Hulk torso, he actually has a different connection, as you can see here. And this is something we've seen before as well. Like the little pin and then the arm hole here that attaches instead of like this blue piece, which Kingpin has. Yeah, that little piece there. Most big figs are connected like this, but yeah, it's not a huge deal. It actually doesn't affect the figure at all that the arms are connected like this. But yeah, that is the Rhino. Third villain, this guy is sweet. We have the Lizard. Once again, this is the comic book Lizard, of course, not the one from Amazing Spider-Man. And he is awesome. Oh my goodness. Again, I do think this is a completely custom mold. He does have like the ripped pants, which look fantastic. I love it in the pink like this. But this lab coat is awesome. You'll see it's completely molded all the way around, and I'm really glad it is molded, not printed. I think it worked really well printed with Kingpin, but the mold just looks fantastic. And of course, he is still very jacked. He's got the six-pack here. These aren't molded on, but they're printed differently. You'll see like the feet and the hands are printed, or not printed, painted differently. Or maybe they're just painted around. That might be the normal color. I think that's what it is. But it looks great. So it's meant to replicate like claws on both his feet and his hands. And it probably would have been a little better if it was white and a different color than the rest of the lab coat. But I really like the distinction there. I'm glad it wasn't just all green all the way around. I think that's a great little touch. And you may have already seen it. This tail back here, this is awesome. It adds a ton to the figure. I'll take it off here. And you can kind of see just how he looks. Just like a Hulk variation. But then with the tail, he looks very, very lizard-like. I love that little thing. And it is attached back here. You'll see it's a very simple attachment. Just a peg and a hole as per usual. And it fits in there. Just a great piece there. Nothing here on the back. Again, a bunch of muscles molded on there. Maybe a little scuff here. But then back up. Let's go to the head, which is also equally as awesome. And this, once again, just like Rhino, I'll take it off here, is a two-piece head. Now, this one doesn't really make as much sense as Rhino, but maybe it was just necessary to add like the snout length to this head. Either way, I think it looks great. And just like some of our other big fig heads here, he's got the pin and it goes right into the hole, and it's a fantastic fit here. It just slides on in, and there's no space that you can see in between the lab coat and the head, which is always great. Last and certainly least, which you'll see why in just a second, we have Venom. You know, first look, he's not terrible, okay? I'm thinking this is the Venom from the Venom movies, mainly because he's got all these like whitish, bluish veins all over him. And the face too, the eyes are really great. And they look like the movie Venom, I think. Just like Kingpin, it is not using the Hulk mold. He doesn't have like the ripped pants or the molded abs, which is great. He's still got him printed on though, don't worry. He's got all 5 fingers, which is pretty impressive for any Lego figure, even a big fig. But yeah, these look huge. Look at these. And then up here at the head, this is where the issue is. So, I mean, the tongue, like the head right now, looks great. I really like that the tongue sticks out like this, and it's actually a separate piece. So, again, here are the eyes and the mouth, and this is actually a hinge piece. So, kind of like Iron Man, you just flip it up, works really well. And, wow, his mouth can open very wide. Look at this from the side. This is like something from It when he opens his mouth all the way. My gosh. But yeah, so this tongue can actually be removed. You can still close the head if you don't want it in there, which is really nice. But why? Why is the head able to be opened this wide? Well, that is a great question. And this figure actually came with a second accessory. So, well, you know what? I'm just going to put it in. So, in that tongue place, you can actually put... Oh my gosh. Okay, so this Venom came with a second head attachment, and it looks absolutely horrible. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. So I think this is supposed to be like Venom, this black stuff. It just looks like a beard, and his face is kind of printed up too. So I don't know, it just looks so off and like a mini head in there. And the creepiest part is you can actually close that completely. So if you want like a Venom Iron Man minifig, you can just open up the helmet and reveal your off-brand Tony Stark. Oh my gosh, I think this is just hilarious. Look at it from the side there. It looks so unnatural. I guess I wasn't really sure what to expect with this when I saw the picture of it online. But yeah, it's just some Venom guy with a beard in there. I definitely not gonna keep that in there. I would definitely much rather have the tongue or nothing at all in his mouth. Whew, yeah, that's better. All right, well, that is all for epic and, again, very jacked Spider-Man villain big figs. Now, let's see. As in, take a look at the enjoyability, accuracy, and overall toy quality. Enjoyability, yes. I love playing with these guys, especially with the Spider-Man minifigures that we just got. They are just super fun to have. Again, Rhino is one of my favorites, but they are all super, super cool to have in big fig form. Accuracy, I would say, yeah, for the most part, definitely. They have some really accurate, mostly comic book printing, but I think yes for accuracy. And overall toy quality, I think they are very comparable to Lego Big Figs, so yes, good. I wanted to mention the lizard arms are extremely stiff, as you can kind of see here. That might have something to do with the unique mold. Just like Rhino, he does have these little pins. But yeah, he was the only one with like difficult arms. Otherwise, everyone else was really great. And now the question of, should you buy? Yes. Flat out, hands down, yes. If you already have a Spider-Man collection, I think these guys would go absolutely amazing with them. Or you could start your collection with them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to help support me and this brand new channel. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this related video, so go check that out right here. And I'll see you there.